Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to What's Up St. Joe's. Thank you for joining me again for our weekly video announcements. First up, there are a couple of job openings within our parish family. So the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater is looking to hire an administrative assistant, and Our Lady of Lourdes Preschool is looking to hire a full-time preschool leader for a maternity leave. So it'll be a temporary hire, but it'll be full-time while they're here. So if you or anyone that you know is interested in either of those positions, please visit the St. Joseph website to learn more and to apply. Next up, Father Kyle is currently in the beginning stages of planning a pilgrimage that he's planning on taking at some point in the future. Like I said, it's the very early stages of the planning process, but he's opening up this opportunity to parishioners from our parish family and to other people in the Vancouver community. So if you are at all interested in going on a pilgrimage to Spain with Father Kyle, it'll be, I believe, a week-long pilgrimage, and it is a walking pilgrimage. So there'll be a good bit of walking and hiking as a part of it. If you want to learn more, they're holding a information session that will take place on March 18th at 7 p.m. in the St. John Bosco room. It's just an opportunity to learn more and express some initial interest. So very low committal coming to this first information meeting. So if it's at all interesting to you, I hope that you can join us for that. Next up, please note that we offer low gluten hosts here at St. Joseph. So if you or someone you know has a gluten intolerance or can't have gluten, we have low gluten hosts available. So if you are in need of a low gluten host, please let our sacristans know in the sacristy behind the altar before Mass begins that you will be receiving a low gluten host. Then when communion comes, you'll go to the tabernacle to receive communion. So if you have any questions, you could talk to our liturgist, Jen Graves. You can reach out to her via email or speak to any of our sacristans before a Sunday Mass, but just know that that is available. Next up, as many of you are probably aware, our Prepares team held a diaper drive last Sunday, and that continues this Sunday. So there were treaties in the narthex where you could take a heart tag that had a size of diapers on it. So if you took a tag, we ask you to bring that size of diapers back to Mass this Sunday, March 16th. There'll be a place where you can deposit those diapers at the beginning of Mass or before Mass begins. And if you did not get a tag, it's still okay to bring diapers. We will accept all diapers. This is just a really huge help and a great way to support a pro-life organization here during the 40 Days for Life. So thank you to everyone who took a tag. Thank you for bringing diapers this Sunday and just supporting our Prepares team. Next up, we are now in the thick of Lent. I hope that everyone's Lent is going well so far and everyone's sticking to their Lenten observances. Just note and remember that on Fridays we hold Stations of the Cross here at St. Joseph. Praying the Stations is just a great way to get into the season of Lent, so we hope you can join us for those. Know that it is at 6 p.m. in English and 7 p.m. in Spanish every Friday during Lent leading up to Good Friday, except for the Friday before Palm Sunday, which will be our Living Stations of the Cross, which we will share more about that here in the next couple of weeks. So we hope you can join us for Stations of the Cross. Another exciting thing that we are doing this Lent as a parish family, our priests are offering something called a parish family mission that will take place during Lent. So that begins on March 20th, and it will continue for 3 weeks. It's on Thursday evenings from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And there'll be one event at all 3 of our parishes in our parish family, but we highly encourage you to attend all 3 and to travel to the different locations within our parish family, because each night will be unique. So the first night will be a night of healing with Father Tim at Our Lady of Lourdes, and that will be on March 20th. So that'll include a talk by Father Tim, prayer healing teams, adoration, and praise and worship. The second night will be a week later and will be at the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater, and that will be with Father Kyle. So that night will include a talk by Father Kyle on desolation and the last words of Jesus, and it will also include adoration and sacred music. And then the third night will be on April 3rd with Father Stephen Rowan, who's not one of our priests here at St. Joseph, but we're happy to have him for this night here at St. Joseph. And that will be on April 3rd, and that will include a talk by Father Stephen Rowan called Lent with St. Luke. And that evening will as well include adoration and time with praise and worship. So all 3 nights start at 6:30, and we hope that you can join us for those and help get into the spirit of Lent and celebrate the season of Lent with different members of our parish family. Next up, during Lent is a great time to take advantage of the sacrament of confession, the sacrament of reconciliation. So during Lent, there are penance services throughout our deanery. So those are as follows. On March 26th, at Our Lady of Lourdes at 6 p.m., at St. Mary of Guadalupe on April 1st at 6 p.m., at St. Rose on April 2nd at 6 p.m., and at Holy Redeemer on April 16th at 6 p.m. And you can also see a full list of these in our bulletin, but we of course encourage you to receive the sacrament during Lent at one of these penance services or at any of our regularly occurring confession times. Next up, our next Knights of Columbus breakfast will take place this Sunday, March 16th. We hope that you can join us after the 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. masses for a wonderful breakfast, with the proceeds going directly to supporting the different charities of the Knights of Columbus. Then last but certainly not least, our next monthly Golden Fellowship lunch will be this upcoming Wednesday, March 19th. This is open to everyone 55 years and older, and there is a suggested donation of $5 for the meal. So if that includes you, we hope that you can join us for lunch. I believe that is all of our announcements for today. Thank you again for joining me, and we look forward to seeing you at Masses this Sunday, March 16th. Have a great rest of your weekend.